Welcome to lessons 2 of our CapCut course. In these lessons, we'll dive into the core editing tools that form the foundations of any great video, from trimming your clips to adding musics, transitions, and even using ready-made templates. By the end of this video, you will be ready to create polished edit in no times. Okay, so let's start by opening up the CapCut, and here we are in the CapCut, and I have already created a blank canvas over here. And the first sections we are gonna import, like importing clips, trimmings, and cuttings. Okay, so let's start by importing your clips or video clips into the CapCut. So here, and first step is we can do by click over here or drag and drop videos for photos and audio files here, or going to the or the menu and go to the, also you can go to the file and use the import. So it will be pop-ups with the options to import from the or your different sources, or by going to the media and use the import. So now that here we have the same options. Okay, so now let's select the clips. Like if I'm gonna select something from here, and let's go with like patience is work or working, and let's just open it. So and that's it. Here we have added the these clips into the time or into the our CapCut. And the next step is we can drag the clip onto the timelines. Okay, so and that's it, we have added into onto the timelines. Now let's trim and cut. Trimming lets you shortens the clips from the start and also the end, and while cutting split the videos into the multiple segment. Okay, so the first step is, and say you filmed a blog but want to remove the working to the camera parts, like if you gonna or if you gonna want to takes out from here, or just and the or this part or from the first parts over here, or if I gonna remove it over here. So let's say just or like move playhead to where you want to, or like from here, and like we can just or use it. So let's select and let's move it. Now you can see it can be easily or remove this part, or trim the first few seconds, or like for cut it, like move playhead to where you want to cut, or just click over here if I gonna say, and now or click on the or split over here, or like the this one. So and that's it. Or if I gonna use again like over here, now let's use the split and just click in. Okay, or use the shortcuts like S key on desktop. Okay, so and that's it. Now or just you can easily delete it, it's now easily deleted, or drag the clip to ends or to trims the beginnings or the ends, like the that's one. Okay, so and that's it. And if you want to cut out or sneeze in the middles, so like always split and delete that part by using the split and use or delete from your keyboard. Okay, so and that's it. Or if I gonna make it like, let's go with and let's use the split it again, or if I gonna go to again the split or from here, and now I'm gonna want to rearrange like that, that's one, and let's say we can easily rearrange like this way. Okay, so and that's it, we have just used it. And next let's add musics and sound effect to bring your videos to life. And just click on the audio tabs and browse or import your own music files, like you can import from here, or if you do have, so you can just go to sound effect, TikToks or sound over, so where it is. Or let's go to the our, or like from here let's go to the sound or musics from the CapCut, or like over here, or CapCut stocks library. And also now let's select, if I gonna say, and like if I gonna go to over here, or travel and nature, so let's go to, and let's try to go with the free one. If I gonna go to, so refreshings and lightings the index, so or like over here, so let's try to download it. So and that's it. So here we have here the sound. So now let's use the another one, and let's try to find out so which is the appropriate for us. Okay, so for now we want to use that one, and let's click on the plus icon to add or like drag on into the audio tracks below the video timelines. Okay, so and that's it. Like you can use like for a fitness reels, add a first beat for energy, and for a clam tutorials go with the soft background musics. You can also add like something the sound effects. So let's go to, and if I gonna go to again the sound effects, so now let's say the camera, and let's say the clicks or camera shutters, like whatever you want. So let's go to the camera shutters. If I try to go with, and let's try to find it. Okay, and now that if I gonna go to, and let's say we want to use like the over here, and I want to use from here, and let's go with, and let's use like the this one, or let's go with over here, or let's say I want to use, and now select and drag to the over here. So and that's it. So now let's try to play it, so how it is comes. Okay, so this way you can easily go with, or if I gonna, or let's go with another one, or let's say, or we gonna go to over here, or let's select one by one, and we can easily match with these clips. Okay, so and that's it over here. And the next step is we want to trim it, or trim these audio clips by selecting, and let's use the split, and now let's delete it from here. Now let's also decrease like the over here these or these volumes. Now let's use the fade out to smooth transitions with the audios. So now let's try to play it, so how it is comes like this way. Okay, so and that's it, we have the simple one. Okay, and the next step is, so let's move into the adding transitions, or add smooth transitions over here, or transitions help your video flow smoothly from one scene to another, and effects add that extra flares. Okay, so for example, let's, or we want to use the extra flare between these clips. So I have worked like that, there's one. So what can I do? So let's click between the clips, and now go to, or we can go to the transitions, and also here we have the small transitions icon over here, and choose from effects like the or pro, overlay, blur, basics, or marks, or slide, or glitch, or dictations, or you can use the fade, slide, zoom, or glitch. So let's say if I gonna go to, and let's go with the or fade to, let's say the black, like this one. So let's try to find out from here, and we have the or there's one. So now let's try to go with, or if I gonna select like the camera glow, like that's one. So let's use it. So and that's it. So now let's try to play it, so how it will comes over here, and again. So now try to play it again over there. So and that's it. Now let's add the another transitions between over here. So For that, what we're gonna do, so let's go to the glitch over here, and let's say if I'm gonna go to over here, and let's use the this one, and now let's try to play it, so how it just comes over here. So, and that's it. So now you can add it the another one. So let's say if you're gonna go to the, or let's say the zoom in, and just type it over here, and let's try to find out over here the zoom in over here, or what can I do. So let's go with, or we're gonna go to select one by one, and these, and they are the pro versions. You can use the free one. Okay, so let's say, and let's try to find out from the, for the zoom like over here. And if I'm gonna go to, let's say we have over here, or let's go with the centers like the that's one. Okay, and now let's use it over here. So, and that's it. So now let's try to play it over here. Okay, so, and that's it. We have used the transitions with our videos. Okay, and now next thing is we want to use the effect. Okay, so, and we can do so, go to the, or first we need to do select the, or these clips, and go to the effects, and from there choose something. If you're gonna want to use something the V, or let's say the VHS like over here. So now let's try to find out the bass noise over here, and we have the different options. So now let's try to go with something with the difference of here, or you can use the blur or the shake, or let's say if I'm gonna use the shake, just used it, and try to find out with the effects, and we have the this one. And now let's use the camera shakes over here, and let's use it over here. So now let's go to, and if I'm gonna go to over here like the camera shakes over here, or if I'm gonna go to use the another shake like over here, let's go to, and we have already used the one, and let's try to play it, so how it just comes with the shake over here. And now that here we are moving in the another clip, and also, and that's it. So now let's choose the directions over here, or you can have the different one, so if you're gonna want to use it. Okay, or if I say let's go with the blur, or we can just say the blur, and let's try to find out from here, and we have the different blur styles over here, or let's say the blue line blurs, or whatever you want. So let's go with the dynamic blur, and let's use for over here for the simple example, and let's say we want to use like this bar or blur, and so, and that's it, we have used in there. Okay, so, and next thing is you can use the templates or pre-designed templates. Like CapCut also offers ready-made templates, and this is great for beginners or quick edits. Okay, so for that, or before we move into the template, so let's show you with the our musics and with our effects over here, or with the transitions. So let's move it. Okay, so, and that's it. Now let's move into the web versions to open up the template. And here we are in the web-based CapCut India, and want to make an Instagram reels. Use a viral trend templates and just drop it in your clips, and CapCut will handle the cards, music, syncs, and effects. So for that, let's go to the templates, and choose like the trending templates. Like you have the different one like spring TikToks or business or whatever you want, or let's try to find out from here. So let's say if I'm gonna go to, let's say the day in my life. Let's go with these templates, and it's now trying to find out that there's one. So, and if I gonna go to over here, or let's say whatever you want, you can easily select from here. Okay, so if I select something, let's go ahead, or if I gonna select like that, that's one. And now let's use these templates, and then import your clips to autofill the slot. And now here we are moving into the another tabs to open with the customizable templates. Okay, so sometimes it may takes the several times. So, and that's it, we have used over here. So you can easily go with, and you can have the difference of over here, like you can change these tags or these images. So if you gonna want to use from here, okay, so here you have the options, like you can quickly replace clips, like, or you can go to the like uploads 5 items to replace the clips over there. Okay, or if I gonna go to, let's say we gonna want to replace from here, or you can, let's say if I gonna go to for, or let's go with the something, let's say the this dog, and open it. So, and that's it. So now we are changing these clips over here. So now let's go with, and we have changed the another clips or the images over here. Okay, so, and now let's try to place over here, and also that's it, we have changed in there. So, and to recap, we have covered the basics, like importing, trimmings, and editing mass or music, transitions, and using templates. Okay, so these tools are building block of any great video edits. And in the next lessons we'll dive deeper into like animations, overlay, and more advanced effects. And don't forget to practice and explore CapCut tools on your own.